Hi guys! So for language arts today, we're going to be learning about consonant clusters at the end of words. So we've been learning about consonant blends. So SH makes the sh sound, CH makes the ch sound, PH makes the f sound, and TH makes the sound. Those are consonant blends. That's when two consonants like S and H are put together and they make one sound. So S and H go together to make one sound, sh. Well, we're going to be looking at consonant clusters today. That's when two consonants are put together, but they still make separate sounds. So we're going to look at some examples here first. I have the words jump, blimp, and camp. And I notice that in each of these three words, they end with the consonant M, P, and the M and the P make two separate sounds even though they're put together. So when I say the word jump, I hear the and the P from the M and the P. So this is helpful to me because if I'm trying to spell a word like lamp, and I know I'm going to listen to the sounds first. So I'm going to listen, and I'm going to say in the word lamp, I hear an L, A, and I hear a mp. And I know because I've studied M and P in the words jump, blimp, and camp, that lamp ends with MP, just like these other words do. So the reason that we're learning consonant clusters and the sounds that they make is because it will help you when you're writing to be a better speller and to be able to sound out and spell words correctly. So again, if I wanted to spell the word damp, amp, I hear an M and a P, and I know that it's MP put together as a consonant cluster. Now I have other consonant clusters as well. Here I have three words, and, band, and end. And again, I notice a pattern that there's two consonants put together at the end, N and D, and they make two separate sounds. So, and, I can hear the N, and I can hear the D. I have to listen carefully because when I say and, I might not hear the letters right away. I have to stretch them out and say them slow. And then I get all of those sounds. So they're easy to miss. It's easy to miss one of the consonant sounds, but we have to stretch them out to hear them. So this helps me again when I'm spelling. So if I'm writing a sentence like, we go to the beach to find seashells, and I'm not sure how to spell find, I can stretch out that word. Find. Well, that and sound is similar sounding to and. So I know that it's an N and it's a D. Find. Okay. Now, my next consonant cluster pattern, I have three words. Bank, blank, and chunk. And I noticed that this one's really tricky like we've talked about. I see that each letter ends with N and K, and I know that they're making separate sounds, but I don't always hear that end sound. So blank. I know it's there because I can kind of hear it, but it's not very clear. So let's look at an example. So you might think that bank has the same letters in it as the word back, but let's look at these two. So when I look at these two letters, they start off the same and they both end with a K. But in the word back, it has CK, which makes the K sound. And in bank, it has an NK. And even though I don't hear the N super clearly, I know it's there, so it makes a different sound. So instead of it being back, it's bank. So again, this will help me when I'm spelling words like pink. She wore a pink dress. I know P-I, and the nk sound is N-K. And I also want to point out here, I also have some consonant clusters and blends. I have the ch at the beginning of chunk and the bl at the beginning of blank. And my last consonant cluster group I want to look at is ant, front, and scent. Each word ends with an N and a T, and they're put together, but they make two sounds, N and T. So, and. Remember that when you're sounding out words with consonant clusters or any word, you need to stretch it out slowly so that you hear all of the sounds and you don't miss one. So this again helps me. Maybe I'm writing about a plant that I put in my garden. I would say pl, ant. Because I know how to spell ant and front and scent, it helps me spell my word plant. So just as a review, we learned 4 different consonant cluster sounds. So we learned MP, like in the word jump, and we know that the M and the P make separate sounds. We learned ND, like in the word and, the N and the D make separate sounds. We learned NK, like in the word bank, and again, the N and the K make separate sounds. And we learned NT, like in the word ant. The N and the T make separate sounds. Now, for your activity to go along with this video, you are going to be sorting words into consonant cluster groups. So you're going to be looking at pictures, saying the word that the picture represents, and sorting those pictures into categories, either NT, MP, ND, or NK. Depends on what you hear. So you're going to have to be a really great listener and stretch out your words.